Will the candidates please be seated? I'll never get tired of this. Never get tired of this. Welcome to Sauk Valley Community College's 49th annual pinning ceremony. Our college was founded in 1965, and our first classes in radiology and nursing were offered in 1966. So this is our 49th ceremony for that, although we celebrated our 50th anniversary last year. We welcome you from the Board of Trustees, administration, faculty, staff, and candidates or graduates for pinning here tonight. These programs represent and always will represent a staple of excellence for SVCC and our communities. I know our graduates are aware it is a privilege to be entering the healthcare professions. You have been blessed with the skills and the drive to enter disciplines that provide meaningful work. Albert Schweitzer said, "The only ones among you who will really be happy are those who will have sought and found how to serve." You're blessed indeed. To begin our celebration, I'd like to introduce our new president, Dr. David Helmick, who would like to extend his remarks.
Good afternoon. Now is a time to focus. It's a time to forget about life's little worries. Do I have cat fur all over my clothes? Will my loved ones embarrass me by cheering too loudly? It's a time to stop wondering about what's going on with Justin Bieber and his destructive behavior. And is this really the year the Chicago Cubs will break their curse of the Billy Goat and win the World Series? Now, for the next few minutes, is a time to focus on the academic accomplishments of our wonderful nursing and radiologic technology graduates. Now, for the next few minutes, let's share in the pride and joy of this pinning ceremony. In the last month, how many of us, graduates and members of the audience, have been the patient at a hospital or clinic? In the last month, how many of us have had a loved one who has been the patient at a hospital, clinic, or nursing home? Think about how we felt or how our loved one felt at this time. Perhaps scared, perhaps confused, perhaps just too plain sick to care about anything other than just feeling better. And for sure, if we were in fact the patient, we felt relieved to get far, far away from the hospital or clinic and back to the comfort of our home. Our wonderful graduating nurses and radiologic technicians have the very real responsibility of helping us and our loved ones when we are the most vulnerable, the most scared, the most confused, and the most sick. We at Sauk Valley Community College take great pride that these wonderful graduating nurses and radiologic technicians have the healthcare expertise to do their jobs very, very well, to take care of us and our loved ones. We at Sauk Valley Community College take great pride that these wonderful graduating nurses and radiologic technicians have the compassion to do their jobs well, very well, to take care of us and our loved ones. Now is about you. Today is about you. And after this ceremony and the commencement, you are to be totally pampered. You may not go home and cook. You may not do any chores. You may not take care of anyone or anything. Whatever you want, you get today and tonight. And then, when you wake up tomorrow morning, get over it. And get back to being that caring and committed healthcare professional you are, and make yourself and the college proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Helmick. At this point in the program, we invite our various student representatives to reflect on their feelings or represent their classes from over the past year or two. Representing Associate Degree Nursing, Abby Anderson.
Okay, if I pass out, just, ignore that, pick me up. And this graduating class holds a lot of promise for the future. We've shown great determination and perseverance. We have faced many challenges and obstacles, such as wedding planning, the birth of a beautiful baby girl, I'm just gonna start. Special people being taken away from us too soon, and figuring out how to balance home and family with class and clinicals. But we've come out on the other side relatively unscathed. We have learned that the right answer may not always be the most right answer, to look at life as both and, not either or. We have learned to think in concepts, to always have positive attitude, even when facing down a seemingly impossible pile of projects, including mini assessments, which turn into maxi assessments, and above all, to always do good work. Now today we go forward with the incredible opportunity to change the world. Everything we do from this moment on as healthcare workers will affect someone else's life. That's a lot of pressure, but we're prepared for it. We've chosen this field because we've felt the draw to help others. There's some kind of subconscious pull that has put each and every one of us on the path to service. It takes a very strong person to make the decision to always put others before yourself. And yet, here we are. We've chosen to be nurses. We will be a hand to hold while life is coming into this world or exiting it. We will be an ear that listens to someone who longs to be understood. Each one of us has the potential to have the heart that breaks when a patient and their family gets the news that they didn't want to hear, or that same heart that will be delighted when the greatest outcome of diagnosis is realized. We will be a set of eyes and ears that detects a change in a patient's condition and the mind that decides to take action to save a life. We will be nurses, heroes disguised in sets of scrubs. Today we join the ranks of greatness in nursing, Florence Nightingale, who realized that people's health could not improve in a filthy environment, so she started cleaning it up. Dorothea Dix, who dedicated her life to helping the mentally ill who are unable to care for themselves. And Clara Barton, the founder of the American Red Cross, who delivered and used clean dressings for wounds that were being treated on the battlefields during the Civil War. I bring up these amazing and fearless people because I believe that we all have the potential to do something great. Greatness can come from the deepest part of yourself and completely catch you off guard. The key is to keep learning every day, continue to make personal discoveries, and to always be open to the evolution of healthcare. Nursing is constantly changing, and we are always on the cusp of something great that is waiting to be revealed. It just takes that little bit of extra effort, staying an extra 10 minutes, letting a conversation completely run its course, and not making assumptions without all the facts. Those are the things that turn nursing into an art. So, ADN class of 2016, my friends, go be artists. Create new ideas and new ways to improve the lives of those around you. You already have the metaphorical paint and brushes. You'll be putting on the smock, picking up the easel. Go out into the world and paint your own blank canvas and save some lives while you're at it. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. Representing Practical Nursing, Hannah Matheny.
Hello there, can you hear me? Good afternoon, friends, family, loved ones. I really want to start this out by saying hello to you. You probably don't know me, but if you are any way associated in the lives of these lovely people clad in white, then I know your life. I know the names of everybody's kids, friends, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, when you were last sick, and what your symptoms were. So I'm sorry if you've had a symptom that you would have liked to kept quiet, because I know it all. This class has been told that we don't need to be friends, that we just need to get along professionally. But we are so more than that. We are our own family. We bicker, we fight, we cry, we come together like a family. And trust me, we annoy the living bejesus out of each other every time to time. And at the top of our family, we have our instructors, who are basically like our parents, sometimes holding our hand across the street, sometimes asking us to move out into the water onto our own. We feel like we're gonna die at these times, but everything turns out all right. However, I do know now to never let go of the NG tube, because the patient will rip it out, and then you will have to start over again. Thank you, Christy. But hey, now we keep a track of those tubes. I will say these instructors deserve an award for dealing with our grumpiness, our stress-induced tears, and our emails when the test scores are not up. I mean, we are like, was there a fire? Did you die? We took the test this morning. Really, thank you for your patience. There's no way that we would be sitting here with the amount of ethics, quality of care, and skill we possess to be not just great, but amazing nurses. Nursing school is like a marathon that you are forced to sprint through. But instead of miles, it's each body system to the next. However, it is funny how little time there is for actual exercise and nutrition. I started this program as a lacto-vegetarian, and 3 months in, I was eating cheeseburgers and ice cream with no regrets. I do wish, however, my head would reflect all of the exercise that I put into it. Like, be all massive with bulging veins, and people would be like, what are you doing to get such a big brain? Brain steroids? And I would be like, no, I do the nursing school workout, P90 stress. We wanted to call it insanity, but that name was already taken. But in all seriousness, we need this stress because we need nurses who can handle it. Actually, we just need nurses in general because what would these doctors do without us? I found this quote in an article written by a nursing student titled, "To the Nursing Major, Is It All Worth It?" I found a lot of comfort in her words when I was freaking out, as each of us does approximately every month, or week, or day, Mondays especially. She says, you're going to feel like quitting. You're going to struggle. You'll have days where you wonder, what is it all for? You'll have days when people attempt to break you down or challenge your intelligence, skills, and right to be where you are. You'll have moments when you question your own abilities and perhaps your sanity. But you'll rise. You'll rise because your strength as a nurse is not determined by one grade or one shift or one job. It's an ongoing journey of learning, honor, humility, and the chance to make even the smallest difference in the lives of your patients. This is why we are constantly sleep deprived, dragging ourselves out of bed, falling asleep on our textbooks to get the last ounce of information and symptoms into our brains that are already painful, swelling, and hot. That was a bad inflammatory process joke, by the way. But even through everything, crying over a bad grade, struggling through hundreds of pages of notes, or being rebellious over that one question that we didn't have enough information to draw a solid conclusion and our instructors have to drop it from the test, we are caregivers who put their patients' needs over our own, who consistently are compassionate and are always assessing and advocating for the best care of our patients. And I think that's the definition of beautiful. And trust me, we've learned a lot of definitions. I am so happy to be part of a class that when our instructors push us to learn more, we push back in our learning tenfold. We never settle. And that has really made all the difference in the education we receive. I'm so honored to speak for this class and to tell you all thank you. Thank you for the patience you have extended, support you have given, and will continue to give as we finish our last weeks and take our NCLEX, because the value is undeterminable. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get these last 5 weeks done and start doing what we've been dreaming of doing: nursing. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Representing Radiologic Technology, Ian Langenfeld.
All right, we set the bar pretty high there. Hello. Like she said, my name is Ian Langenfeld, and I'd first like to thank the families, friends, and distinguished guests who are here with us tonight. I would also like to thank my class for selecting me to speak on their behalf. I consider this an honor, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed. This is not the first time I've been able to represent my class, and I am sad to know that it will be the last. So, I would surely disappoint tonight if I stood up here and I gave you all the same regurgitated commencement speeches. So, I won't. I won't stand up here and tell you that it was all fun, and all of it was fond memories. I won't tell you that reading a physics book for 7 months is groovy, or that I never once fell asleep in our class on quality control and radiography. No, it was hard work and a serious commitment to our education as well as our future. I'm sure we all remember when we first made this commitment, when we received our acceptance letters in the program. We were all full of excitement and optimism. We will also never forget our first day of class, as that optimism and excitement was crushed by a daunting stack of simulation notes, as well as the eerie notion that we were going to be spending the next 4 weeks palpating each other. For those who are not familiar, simulation testing is a 4-week-long test of intelligence, memorization, and the ability to stifle the nervous sweats. Simulation testing is also where the thinning of the herd first begins. I say this because we first started with 24, and now we have 15 in our graduating class. As we saw more and more of our classmates leave in that first year, we remaining 15 inevitably grew closer. We learned when to laugh with one another and when to be serious. Although I have to say, this definitely took some time to develop, as I'm sure instructors would agree. As we have grown a bit closer, we have created some memories together that I'm sure no one there can escape. For instance, I will not forget the look on Chris's face when Mrs. Acker showed me how to properly start a Foley catheter on a male patient. We won't forget when we picked up trash on Route 2 and Sarah mistakenly picked up the head of an animal carcass. We won't forget our debriefing in Mrs. West's class. We won't forget Sam's hot flashes or Shay's detailed questions. I know that we will surely remember Diana's reassuring comments every Tuesday that we start a new chapter in physics. This chapter will be better, or this one won't be as bad, she would say time and time again. And I think that we're all still trying to forget the time that I sang karaoke and was kicked out of the DJ booth for my persistence in requesting No Scrubs by the supergroup TLC. Unfortunately, I don't have time to talk about every memory made with you all over the last 2 years, and some of them I flat just can't talk about under the statute of limitations here in Illinois. But needless to say, that whether they were good or bad, they were made. Well, here we are. Today, and that commitment that we made when we received those acceptance letters 2 years ago is finally coming to fruition. So, let's enjoy this moment and see to it that it's yet another unforgettable memory. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. Next part of our agenda is presentation of the candidates. For pictures, the candidates will be crossing the stage and being pinned on the north end. We will be doing one row at a time, so if you'd please keep that in mind for family members to be able to cycle through for pictures, we'd appreciate that. Pins represent advanced knowledge, competence, and high standards. The SVCC pins symbolize that these recipients have met the objectives of critical thinking and skills performance. It symbolizes their right to serve others with the dignity and respect the patient and their family deserves. Would the associate degree candidates please present themselves for pinning? Abby Anderson. Mallory Anderson. Kelsey Cantu. Parrish Cheshire. Hannah Chouinard. Carly Coffey. Emily Crossley. Andrea Ferguson. Carly Fitzsimmons. Destiny Foss. Beth Fredericks. Sabrina Heath. Kristen Helton. Heather Holder. Crystal Hughes. Jennifer Joyce. Emily Leffelman. Emily Mills. Elizabeth Mock. Blair Morthland. Bailey Postlethwaite. Brianna Richardson. Jeannie Roberson. Aaron Schnacky. Alexandria Settles. Samantha Sturts. Jamie Swearingen. Kathy Vasquez. Jessica Wetzel. Michelle Wurzema. Lori Wilkinson. Diane Williams. Sherilyn Winstead. And Nicholas Wolf. Congratulations to the associate degree candidates. Will the practical nursing students please present themselves for pinning? And I should have said candidates, excuse me. They will be pinned by Kayla Gaffey. Angela Arwine. Sherry Bellini. Carissa Bogus. Tiffany Brandt. Audrey Kane. Mia Gustafson. Emily Howard. Brandon Knowles. Hannah Matheny. Nathaniel Miller. Jillian Peabody. Ashley Reaver. Destiny Shoemaker. Angela Thomas. Kayla Van Buren. Riley Walters. Angie Warner. Jennifer Welly. And Brianna Westman. Congratulations to the practical nursing candidates. Will the radiologic technology candidates please present themselves for pinning? They will be pinned by Maggie Young. Ryan Anderson. Sarah Behrman. Nicole Bertram. Andrew Gee. Tara Gorsuch. Jessica Gravetti. Carissa Gruen. Hannah Kiesling. Ian Langenfeld. Kelly Monroe. Kelly Ranowski. Natalie Ruiz. Samantha St. George. And Shay Stanley. Congratulations to our radiologic technology candidates. Let's pause for a moment to hear a solo from Richard Criss, A Moment Like This.
What if I told you It was all meant to be. Would you believe me? Would you agree? It's almost that feeling we've met before. Tell me that you don't think I'm crazy when I tell you life has come here and now. A moment like this, some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Some people search forever for that one special time. Oh, I can't believe it's happening to me. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Everything changes, but beauty remains. Something so tender I can't explain. Well, I may be dreaming, but still be awake. Can't we make this dream last forever? And I'll cherish this day that we share. A moment like this. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Some people search forever for that one special day. Oh, I can't believe it's happening to me. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Could this be the greatest day of all? I want to know that you will catch me when I fall. And let me tell you this, some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Some people search forever for that one special day. Oh, I can't believe it's happening to me. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this.
Wow, Richard. Wow. Saw some tears. Saw some tears. Dr. Helmick and I had a bet going on. All right, at this point in time, we'd like to present awards. These awards are based on the criteria of leadership, service, perseverance, patient advocacy, professionalism, and enthusiasm. These awards are chosen or voted by the class members, and so these are words from their peers. In regards to the ADN awardee, her fellow students or candidates said she was caring, selfless, organized, positive attitude, very involved, extremely helpful, always looking for an opportunity for advancement, determined to see all or everyone succeed, strives to be the best she can be, and have not yet met another person who is so excited about becoming a nurse. Would Kristen Helton please come forward?
I'm a crier, as my class knows, so I apologize if I start bawling. I just want to say thank you, that it's an honor to receive this award, not only for what you guys said, but because the class that sits before me is some of the most amazing and inspiring individuals that I have ever met. So to be acknowledged by them is a true honor. I think we all worked really hard through this program, so the fact that I could help them means the world to me. I would often tell them that even though this is the hardest thing we've ever done, that in the end, all the hard work will be worth it. My friend Sarah used to tell me to live life without regrets, because what you regret was once your choice. And so I think I can speak for the whole class when I say that I don't think we regret a single moment of this incredibly hard and rewarding journey. Thank you.
The LPNs had this to say about their awardee. Very motivated, the hardest working student here. Super friendly and easy to approach. Always helpful and knowledgeable. Offers ways for everyone to succeed. The first person I think of to ask. Very professional, amazing person inside and out. Would Jillian Peabody please come forward?
I have nothing prepared to say because I was not aware of this, but thank you to my class. It's been really good getting to know all of you and getting through the struggles together. And I'm really proud of all of you and myself and our families for sticking by us when we needed them. And thank you very much.
Before I announce the Leadership Award, I'd first like to acknowledge this class as a whole. This class has been one of the hardest working classes I have seen. They've completed some very generous contributions, so please allow me to take a few minutes to list some of their contributions. For a small group, the Radiography Club has raised more money than any other group previously. With this money, they have created a scholarship to be awarded to a first-year radiology student. The money is used to pay for books, tuition, and the program. And this scholarship will be given from this year's group for years to come, and that is pretty awesome. Also, this group is going to become a sponsor for our state professional society to help fund the annual conference. I think that speaks volumes for their support for our profession. We have had over and over emphasized professionalism in their 2 years, and I think this is proof that they were listening. Good job. They also have completed several time-consuming community service activities that will get them on the right path to service and leadership. They've completed these in addition to the heavy clinical hours that are required in our program. I won't list them all, but it's a lot. To select one leader from this group is difficult. There are several in this class that have gone above and beyond in these 2 years. First, I would like to acknowledge the class officers. They put in a lot of extra time for the class. Please stand Andrew Gee, Tara Gorsuch, Ian Langenfeld, and Hannah Kiesling. Let's give them a round of applause. Good job, guys. Please stand Samantha St. George. Special thanks to Sam, who, with the help of her parents, helped to fund the Radiography Club. Sam helped to round up contributions of about $1,000, so thank you, Sam. Tara Gorsuch, Ryan Anderson, Andrew Gee, please stand. They are in the Lambda Nu Honor Society for Radiologic Sciences. 3.5 cumulative GPA to become a part of this. Congratulations. Okay, for the Leadership Award, this student was described as outstanding at being professional, keeping everything organized and on schedule, has a positive outlook, and always willing to lend a helping hand. This award goes to Ian Langenfeld.
Thank you. I also had nothing prepared for this. It's easy to be nice to a class that's also in turn very nice, so yes, thank you. Yeah, we have a small class, so it's pretty easy. Yeah, thanks.
Graduates, congratulations. Tonight, we celebrate your success. The moment you have envisioned and persevered for has arrived. As we celebrate your success, I would like to take a moment to thank others that have contributed to this joyous occasion. Those individuals include the many outstanding faculty and staff of Sauk Valley Community College. Some of those are seated behind me. Kathy Acker, Mary Heitman, Mary Evans, Christine Vincent, Kayla Gaffey, Maggie Young, Amy West, Diana Brevitt, Therese Wood, Kim Cole, and Joan Miller. I also would like to thank Janet Lynch, our Dean of Health Professions, for her leadership and her steadfast commitment to the success of the program and its students. Without these remarkable individuals that make SVCC what it is, our ability to provide access to an outstanding education is impossible. In addition, we would like to thank the many clinical facilities that have contributed to your rich learning experience and have opened their doors to our students. Many of these facilities and organizations may be your next destination and your next chapter of rewarding and fulfilling career. Again, you are it. Sauk Valley prides itself in providing an outstanding learning experience for its students. This experience does not cease at graduation. As you go out in the community and the world, we're always here for our students and encourage learning lifelong. It's likely that you as professionals will encounter our students while working out in the field. Be a mentor and a coach to those students, much like we desire to experience. You are the leaders we've been waiting for in the community demands. Congratulations. Make us proud as you embark on your career. Don't think twice about gracing